Hey guys, it's Hollywood again, showing you how to separate the monograms that I've been making in Photoshop as well as Illustrator. I don't currently have Silhouette, so I can't show you how to do that, but I will show you in Photoshop, and maybe it will apply over to other design programs like Corel. Haven't worked in that either, but I do have Photoshop. Very familiar with that. So there's probably more than one way, but I'll just show you the way that I would do it. So we're going to start with opening up. I control click and open in Photoshop. So it's going to open it up. And now what I want to do is go to image, and I'm just going to get the image size. Okay, so it's like 11 by 11, 300 dpi. So now what I'm going to do, you could keep it all on the same file, or you can make a new one. So because let's say I'm making a new one for a customer, right? I'm just going to go ahead and make it 12 by 12, 300, and there we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so I made a new file. I'm going to go back over to my A, and I'm going to click on the rectangle marquee tool, and I'm going to go up here and I'm going to just highlight the left A because that's what I need. Okay, then I'm going to hit Command C or Control C for copy, and then I'm going to go over to my new document that we made, and I'm going to hit Command V or Control V, and it's going to paste it. Okay, but it's in the middle. I don't want it in the middle, so I'm going to drag it with my arrow tool over to the left. Okay, so now we need to go find, let's say the B was in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to right click, open with Photoshop, and I need the big B, so I'm going to use the marquee tool again, and I'm just going to drag my box around that middle part. And what am I going to do now? Because I need it over on the other document that we're working on, so I'm going to hit Control C, Control V, okay, and it might not be lined up exactly right, so I'm going to go put it where I think it goes. Okay, so now on the right side we need, an H. So I'm going to right click on the H, open with Photoshop, and then I'm going to get my marquee rectangle. I'm going to go up here and drag my square around it, and I'm going to say copy, and I'm going to go back over to where I was working and paste, and see it makes each one of them the same size, and it'll snap. See that pink line there? That means it's lining up down there at the bottom, so it'll match. So that would be too high. We want it to match with the left side, and there you have it. And then what I would do is I would hide my background so there's no white behind it. And then you can save it, export it as a PNG, and you'll have your monogram ready to print, or print it, however you do that. I don't print in Photoshop, and I haven't printed in a while because I just make designs, but that's how you would do it. What you could also do, because I did not, is you could go through and you could create a file for your left, your right, and your middle if you wanted to, and just save each one separate. You would want to make sure, if you wanted that left A, you would want to go to Image, Trim, and you want it to get all transparent pixels on all sides. Okay, that'll trim it down so you don't have all that clear space around it. That's only if you just wanted to go through. I didn't do that because that would have been a lot more work, and to me I think it's easier just to find the one letter that you need and cut and paste, and I don't know. That's how you do it in Photoshop. So to review, you open up your image that has all three. You use the marquee tool to make your box around which letter you want. You hit Command C for copy. In your new document, you hit Command V for paste. and then you use your little arrow tool, not the marquee tool. The arrow tool will help you move things around on your page. Okay, if you wanted to move around the middle, see, I'm not touching the middle. Over here, I'm highlighted on this right one. So if I wanted to move the middle one around, I make sure that it is selected, and then I can move it wherever I want it. Make sure it lines up good, and you're ready to go. Now let me show you in Illustrator how I would do it. Let's just create a new document, okay? And I'm going to go ahead in Illustrator, I'm going to insert all the letters I need. So I need A, B, and C. To highlight all those, I hit Shift, and I select the ones I need. Let's say I needed A. These are other little tips that you might not even need, but then I would hit Command, hold down Command or Option, Control, and highlight those. But I'm just going to drag over the ones that you want. So see how I have it open here? I'm dragging and dropping, and it'll open them, okay? So let's just separate all these. Okay, we're in Illustrator. This is Illustrator. Now, if it has a big X on it, that means it's not embedded. The easiest thing to do is just click Embed. 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 And that just means it's going to save this within that file. I think that's what it means. But anyway, click on the A, and we need the left side of the A. So we're going to go up here to Crop Image. It's up here on the top. Okay. There's image trace, mask, and crop image. We want to crop. And it may tell you that it's not going to, if you don't embed it, it will say, hey, we're going to edit here, but we're not going to edit the original file. Just click OK, that's fine, because you're going to save it within Illustrator. So I'm going to crop, just like that marquee tool over in Photoshop. I'm going to crop it and make sure that I have it. I'm going to keep the top and bottom there so it'll line up. Okay, and then when you're done, up at the top where it gives you all the sizes, you're going to click Apply. Okay, and now you're left with just the left A. So now we're going to go on to the B. And up here at the top, Crop Image. And I want the middle for the B. So I'm going to move it over on the left side, move it over on the right side, and click Apply. Okay. And there we go. I'm going to slide it up here next to my B, or my A and B next to each other. And now we need the C, okay? So we're going to go up and crop it. And just make sure whatever is highlighted is the part that you want to keep. Anything kind of grayed out is what's going to disappear when you click Apply. And then you're going to drag and drop it, or move it over and line it up. Okay, line it up to make your circle. I think it was lined up pretty good. And there you go. And then you can go to File, Export, Export As, title it ABC Monogram, and then Export, and it'll save it for you. You want to make sure that it still says 300 dpi and that the background is transparent. You don't want a white background. And sometimes in Silhouette, when you upload it, has a white background. I have no idea why. That's a Silhouette issue. But there you go. And then you click OK. So then you can go in to Photoshop, drag it down into Photoshop, and it'll be there ready to print. And it looks like I cropped out the top part, but don't do that when you do it. Okay, and that's how you crop in Illustrator, and that's how I would crop and cut out in Photoshop. I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. And this was Hollywood. See you next time.